All right, Nicole, welcome to our Facebook advertising walkthrough. So what I'd like to do here is just walk through how we create Facebook ads, how we can go through each of those, and then what to kind of look for in the settings and how to optimize our ads to reach our potential audience. So once you go to your personal Facebook account, basically this is just your normal feed here. We're going to go up to the little down arrow next to the question mark circle. That's going to bring a drop-down menu, and it's going to allow you, this is where you create a page. Down a little bit further, about 3/4 of the way down, is where we create our ads. So we're going to go click on Create Ads. At this point, it's going to bring up our settings. All right. The first thing it's going to ask us is, what is our objective? What do we want to do with our Facebook ads? So here, we can either do consideration, which is traffic engagement with our Venture Wrench, or we can go over here to conversion and click on conversion, product catalog sales, store visits. What we want to do basically is drive traffic. So what I'm going to click on is the traffic. If you want to explore the conversions, it's basically going to be doing the same thing, but I'm going to go through traffic at this point for our demonstration, because really we're trying to push people off of Facebook onto VentureWrench.com. Okay, they actually just created this new tool here, which creates a split test for our ad campaign, and it's basically going to optimize it to split. I would definitely use this. So let's put a little check mark there. Split test traffic. It's going to basically split up by demographics, by interests. There's a few different options, which we'll go over in just a second. Our campaign name, it's going to obviously put something in there, but we don't want to do that. So here I'm just going to call this Venture Wrench, because that's, again, our campaign name. And then we'll click Continue. Okay, at the top here, it's going to say traffic. Choose where you want to drive traffic. Enter your destination, like a URL later. So we want to go to a website. We don't want to push them off to an app. Next, offer. This is for, like, if you want to create like a discount just for Facebook users that they can just get at, you can do that. It would probably take a little bit of setting up on your website to do something like this, but you can offer special discounts just for Facebook advertising if you'd like. Next, our variable. This is where the split test comes in. So we can either delivery optimization, test different delivery methods, our audience, basically our demographics, or placement. Basically, it's going to show in different places around Facebook and show you which one is best. Typically, what I like to do is either audience or placement. I think both these are really good to play with and kind of know where the best placement is and what your best audience is. So I would create actually 2 ads that are the same and test both of them out. For right now, I'm going to click on audience just for this demonstration purposes. Okay, it's going to create our audience variable. So here, our audience, will create a new audience here. So this is basically where our ad's going to show up, what ages they are, genders, languages, other detailed information about them. And this is also where we're going to do our specific targeting to those special pages that we're going through. So in the locations, again, just the United States. It has there by default. We can just leave it there. Age, we probably don't want to go as low as 13, but maybe 18 to 20, starting somewhere in there. And then what I'm thinking is that people are 65 plus are probably not thinking about creating their own business at that point in their life. So maybe we'll drop that down a little bit lower to 55 10 years lower. Gender, we can split this, so maybe we just want to do this one for men. Languages, we can just type in English and all. Some people have theirs set to English US, some people have theirs set to English UK, but still live in the US, so it's still targeting people in the United States. English all will just cover everything. Okay, detailed targeting. This is where we can come to our research back here. So in the information that we're sharing with you, what we're going to do is we're going to pick each one of these companies or basically where we think that our entrepreneurs are hanging out on Facebook and what they're looking at and what they're interested in. So what we're going to do, just for right now, we're going to go and copy GoFundMe. So if we go back to our ads here in our targeting, I'm just going to paste that in, GoFundMe. You can see it's an interest, and there's about 8,688,380 people that are interested in GoFundMe. Obviously, you can also look at this. It's got crowdfunding, Kickstarter. It will bring up other related interests to what GoFundMe is. Here we can type in something like Forbes, and it will come up again with the interests of Forbes. Here we can type in Kickstarter. That's another one that we think that our entrepreneurs are looking at these pages, what they want. So unfortunately, I haven't really found a good way to enter all of these pieces of information in a bulk type of thing, but we'll just have to kind of go back to our research here, go one by one and enter them into Facebook. Unfortunately, that takes a little bit of time, but it should give us the targeting that we want. So I'm only going to do these three for demonstration purposes right now. Okay, connections. This is if you'd have like a Facebook page or an app or an event that you're hosting with Facebook, you can just target people that like your page, friends that like your page. But since we're really not focused on our Venture Wrench Facebook page right now, we'll just skip that and leave it there. So we want to click confirm. What we want to do is basically create the second audience. That is going to be basically the same parameters. So again, United States, we're going to go 18 to 55. And then this time, instead of just doing men, we'll click on women. Languages, again, English is what we want. And then our detailed targeting information. So we'll put GoFundMe. I'm going to type in Forbes. And we're also going to put in Kickstarter. Again, this is going to take a little bit of time to put all those in. So I'm just doing 3 for now, but it gives you a basic test between 2 variables. So now we're testing men versus women and what they'd like to do. Okay, here we have placements. Show our ad to the right people in the right places. If you want to edit places, basically this would be like Facebook, if you want them just to show on Facebook, Instagram, which I may exclude for right now, and Audience Network, which is basically other things like Instagram and Facebook compatible websites. You can also, go by desktop or mobile devices only. I would recommend going on both, since there's probably more people looking on Facebook on their phones and tablets than their actual desktop computers. But you can also get very specific if you just like to get down to operating systems, mobile devices, things like that. Okay, our delivery optimization. Optimize our ad delivery for link clicks, which is what we want. You can also optimize for impressions, which is just when people see your ad but not necessarily click on it, which I think would just kind of be a waste of money. We really want people clicking on our ad, and our daily unique reach would just be different people showing those ads to. So link clicks, I would just leave that as recommended. Bid amount, Facebook will try and set your bid and run through your money very quickly. So we'll go manual. Our suggested bid is $2.02 for this, those three items right there. But they also say you can get a lot of traffic with $1.54 to $2.48 per click. Typically what I do is I'll just start at a little bit below what they recommend, maybe go $1.30. Okay. When you get charged, that'd be cost per click. You can also get charged per impressions. If you do impressions, it's 1,000 impressions before you get charged that $1.30. Again, Facebook will go through your budget very fast that way, since there's so many people showing the ad to. So I would just do link click or cost per click. Ad scheduling. Here we also have our option if we want to run our ads all the time, or again, if we find that our entrepreneurs are really coming home from work at 5 and looking at business ideas and funding ideas, from 5 to 2 a.m. we can do that. So we can run our ads on a schedule. To make the schedule here, basically here's your days of the week. You can fill up every day, and these are your times. So if we just wanted to go, that'd be 3, 4, 5 to 9 p.m. and then we can go 12 to, there's 2, so 9. So we're basically running our ads from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you don't want to do it Monday, you can take that out, or you can add it back in just by clicking and dragging on these boxes. Maybe we find that Fridays they're worried about date nights, so we don't want to advertise on Friday. But for right now, just as far as testing purposes go, I would run them all the time and then go back in and really find out when people are clicking on your ads through the Facebook dashboards and what you're looking at. Here, split test, budget, and schedule. So here, I'm sorry, one more thing. Delivery type. Leave it on standard. It's better to show your ads evenly throughout the day. Accelerated will show all your ads until you get all your clicks, and then it will stop showing. So we don't really get a good feel of when people are seeing our ads and clicking on them. So again, leave that on standard. If we come down here to the budget, Facebook will automatically put in $800 for this campaign. This will last just the life of the campaign. And so what I would do is put something like $200, split them evenly between the two different ad sets, or the two demographics. So we're showing $100 worth of ads towards men, $100 worth of advertising towards women. See which one is best there. Here we can schedule a start date and a stop date. Basically, this is something that you're going to have to schedule in a start and a stop date for our ads. It's going to say we can end the test as soon as a winning ad set can be determined down here. That's not a bad option. It will find out which demographics are doing better, what ad set's doing better. And then once we have a clear winner, then it will stop the campaign. It also says that it's going to do this by May 5th. Or if you want to set it out longer than that, you can do it longer. So it's up to you how long you want to run that. Next, we'll just click continue. Oop, found a couple errors. and it's saying that we at least need $260, so we'll go $300 for this advertising split, and then we'll just add that in. Okay, great. So here a format of our ad. This is basically where our ad's going or what it's doing. The carousel, we really don't have a lot of videos from what I understand that we want to be scrolling through or showing people. So what I would do is a single image. Okay. The nice thing about images too is that you can either browse the library on your Facebook, or you can go for free stock images, which is nice. Here we can put something like business. Shutterstock images will show up, so we can choose any of these images here that are all approved. That's the other nice thing, is that you're not having to worry about if an image is going to be approved or not. And there's certain guidelines that, again, they won't allow things like money, things like, well, most of those are not applicable to business, but like weapons or drugs or anything like that. But here, we can choose a few different images, and they'll allow you to select up to 6 different images. Again, people with faces are really going to stand out. That's what people connect with well. So I'm just going to choose about 3 ads here, or 3 images. Okay, and then something to think about here, you may just want to find half that are women and half that are men and see which ones return better results. Obviously, Facebook is going to track what picture does better for you, but since we're split testing among men and women, we may want to just see which ones do better with the men and which ones with the women. Okay. Here we want to, well, basically you can connect to a Facebook page if you want. That is not what we want. Okay. Next, so we're going to turn off our newsfeed ads. So we're not connecting to our Facebook page. We just want to put in a URL. So what we're going to do, http://venturewrench.com. I would capitalize that because it will show it in the ad headline like that, but it will make everything lowercase in the actual ad that you're showing there. So the headlines you can actually make quite a bit longer than Google. And here we really want to catch people's attention, since it's going to show up in their news feed on the right-hand side of Facebook as well. So maybe we'll put something like crazy secrets to starting a business. Or actually, maybe what we can do is say secrets to starting a business revealed. So we have 25 characters. That we can play along. So maybe what we'll do is starting a business explained. Starting a business. Okay, and then down here we can put crazy secrets to starting a revealed. So we want to create some we want to create some interest in our ad. We want to get people to look at our ad and notice it. Okay, what we want to do also under advanced options, I would track all conversions from Facebook Pixel. So Facebook has their own tracking information that you can set up, and this should allow you to set up the first time that you get in here your tracking pixel. It's basically just a piece of code that's going to go on venturewrench.com or any other websites that you want to track that you're advertising. It is really going to give you a lot more information. And so you can set that up here if you missed that step before. Mine, unfortunately, is already set up, so I can't really go through that step, but it's very easy just to click on that button, set up tracking pixel. You just type in a name, and it gives you a code that you place in your website. You come back and confirm that, and you should be good to go. Okay. All we have to do next is place our order. Basically, it's going to have the same ad with different images that we picked out from before, and you can preview all of those. You can preview the different versions of it. If you create a Facebook page in the future, what it will do is give you the advertising in the actual news feed. And this is what it's going to look like here, and articles and things like that. So in the future, I would definitely suggest creating a Facebook page just because it gets you in those mobile devices a little bit better. It's going to get you in to that other oh gosh, what I'm trying to say. It's going to get you in the actual news feeds more with your ad. And then here, again, we can change our images and things like that with the news feed. So again, having that that Facebook page actually gives you a lot more options to go along through with your Facebook ads. Once you're down here, all you have to do is click place order. Again, it's not letting me do that with this. Our split test is longer than 3. It's 14 days instead of, so we'll go with 5. Okay. Again, it should save all our information here, but we may just have to put that in again. So I'll fill that in really quick. Go on. Okay, my tracking pixel is not set up. A link field is required. Okay. are ready to place our order, we'll place our order. Okay, basically what's going to happen now is Facebook is going to review your ad. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours and they'll review it. This is reviewed by a live person, unlike Google, who uses bots to review your ad. Once it is approved, your ad will go live. So we can continue on to our manager. Now, basically, it's going to list all your ads, whether they've been approved or not, how many results, what your reach is, or how many people have seen your ads, cost per result, amount spent, and it will also give it a relevancy score over on the right-hand side. So this is basically how you do it. I would go through again, just like Google, make very specific ads, and each ad that you kind of create is going to basically have the same text in it. We can test different images to see if they convert better. We can test different interests, different age groups. You can break it down by so many different things in Facebook, which is really why it's more specific on targeting. And a lot of advertisers really like using Facebook just because you can get very specific with your audience. So I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, hopefully I'll be able to answer those as we go through a live walkthrough. And then I will look forward to talking with you soon.